I do understand people comments about my expectations for Loyal Pin, and that the book is not like, it doesn't talk about this whole other things, these things that I wanted like the show to reflect. But sometimes not every show is like word for word and chapter for chapter on how a show is made. Sometimes a show can be able to be at least different from the book without not actually destroying the context of the book. And I felt like these were the important things that should have been talked about, especially now after the legalization of same-sex marriage in Thai, especially them having like these couples, old lesbian couples who have been together for all those years, waiting for this time that is currently, people are currently having in Thai. I'm expecting them to talk about race, especially during that time, how race was. And because the main cast is a biracial woman, and she knows, she has been through every single part of it. She knows how it feels. So she has to say that story with her point of view. And during that time, the class issue, whereby people without money were regarded as second-class citizens. That, so don't tell me that Loyal Pin couldn't just be a love story and also be able to cover these issues, especially these important issues, when we know even right now in Thai, they still a class issue. Right now in Thai, they still a race issue. And not even just a race issue, even a color issue. So yeah, I'm expecting people who have the fame and who have the priority and are the biggest things in the entertainment industry to actually tell those stories and educate people. And on top of it, the government is out there endorsing it and pushing it for people to watch. Girl should call me a prophet by now, because I've been predicting things back to back. Now, I talked about this discussion and the discussion of Becky being a mixed race woman. Just yesterday, I put out a video about it. And now it's the topic of discussion and it's all over my timeline. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome as always. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the post notification, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, share this video, and tell me in the comments what you think about the topic of discussion. Now, yesterday, Becky and Freen had like a whole live whereby they were talking about Loyal Pin. They were promoting Loyal Pin. I don't know, it's called a gala or something. I'm not sure what the name of the live was, but they had a live whereby they were talking about Loyal Pin and all that. Now, they were being asked questions and then they were answering those questions. Now, Becky was speaking in English because at most of the times, if you've known or if you followed friend Becky, like most of the time she's used to speak for international fans. Now friend will speak for the locals and then she will translate sometimes what they're trying to say, especially if it is an important message that Idol Factory wants to pass off to the masses, and that includes international fans. Becky is the one who is given that duty to do that. Now, Becky did speak in English. I'm going to put the video here on exactly what she said.
Worry, you can experience everything like everyone by buying live stream.
โอ้ยน้องเบคพูดภาษาอังกฤษเก่งอ่ะ
จริงเก่งเหมือนเนทีฟมาก
จริง
จริง
ใช่
เหมือนแบบลูกครึ่งจริงอ่ะ
ไม่เป็นคนไทย
สำเนียงดูแบบ British
จ้ะ
Now, the translator did come out later on, after like I don't know how many hours of the post being put up, to delete that post and to say that she only wrote that because she was in a hurry and no harm was intended. Now, some of the Thai people have come out and said that she was wrong to actually use that word, because the word that friend mentioned is basically saying biracial. Like there is nowhere whereby that, I think, lokche or something, I'm sorry if I'm butchering the word, it doesn't mean, there is no way that it can mean half bred. And it is the perception of this person and how they see Becky. That's why they use the word half-bred. Now, that was a topic of discussion there. And then another thing is that because friend and title, I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's a makeup artist or whatever position he holds in Idol Factory, kind of made a joke about Becky, because they read a comment and they made like a fat joke. And friend went ahead and said that even though during the prayer ceremony, like Becky's belly was out, it doesn't mean that she's fat. She probably saw food and ate the food, and that's why her belly poked out. But that doesn't mean that she's fat, something like that. Again, not quote unquote. Now, during these two instances, you could see that Becky, first of all, during the biracial woman, the only reason that she can't speak English so clearly is because she is a biracial woman. We saw that Becky was quick to say that no, she's Thai. Now, I don't know. I know it's extremely hard for Becky in the entertainment industry, especially the stories I've heard of people in the Thai industry, especially people who are either biracial or people who have a darker skin tone. You find out that most of the times the skin tone, the dark ones, the skin tones is more whitened to please like the masses, and the biracial ones, like jokes are always made about them, and they are made to feel like they're not Thai enough. Now Becky had to say that, or she said that she's Thai. And I do understand the impulse of her saying that, especially when all the time you have had, or all your life, or ever since she has like permanently relocated to Thai, she has always had to sit on the fence. Either some people thought she wasn't white enough when probably she was in like the UK, people didn't think she was white enough, and when she was Thai, she has never felt like she's Thai enough. People have made her feel like she isn't Thai enough. And now being in the entertainment industry, that is magnified to the thousands. And we know this is not the first time, like not just fans have said it a lot. They have always questioned like her race, and they have always talked and criticized about her race. Now this is the first time we are actually seeing that her, not, I don't want to say favorite person, but her partner, or the person, her co-worker, or the person she's in a ship with, actually talk about it in the open. Now, we don't know if this happens like in private or anything, but this is the first time that we have seen her bring rest to it. Now, some people are saying that it's not the first time, like she has always made some like passive aggressive comments, that friend has always made some passive aggressive comments and digs towards like Becky's rest and thinking that and making it look like Becky's rest is something that kind of pushes her ahead or something. Like, look, I said this about Loyal Pin. I felt like Loyal Pin would have been a monumental show. Like, it would have been like something very educational if they had used it well. I said that Becky is a biracial woman. She has this huge platform, especially now in the BL. In the GL industry, she has the biggest platform. And I think even in the BL industry, I don't think if there is a biracial man who has a huge platform like Becky or more than Becky. I don't think there is anyone who has that. Now, she would have been like a good example to actually show these people who are coming behind her, either in the BL or GL industry, that it's okay for you to be half Thai, half British, or half whatever you want, and be proud with it and stand for it and actually tell people what people of mixed race go through every single day in Thai. Now, I wanted the show should to actually talk about more of that, especially during those years, which then again, things still haven't changed. Like racism is such a menace until now. Like people still do face racism. I myself faced racism, I think, in 2017. So yeah, I do understand like how much pain you can go through because of the color of your skin or because of where you come from. Now, Loyal Pin should have dived into that, especially because Becky has been going through it with these fans. Some of the fans always talking about her race from the beginning that she got into a ship with friend. It would have been educational for them to actually see her point of view in that show, because there is no way they were not going to watch the show. They were going to watch the show whether they like it or not. Those who want to be educated would have been educated. Those who don't want to be educated at least would move smarter now. That's just it. But no, Idol Factory is more focused on selling romance than actually educating people and actually giving people entertainment at the same time with education. Now, when they made comments about the belly thing and about her being fat, you could see how she touched her clothes. She flinched. Like she questioned herself, whether you like it or you don't like it. Like at times, she knows she's not fat. But those comments made her feel like some sort of way. And you can see her trying to adjust her clothes because subconsciously she maybe feels, maybe they see me as fat and I don't necessarily see myself as fat. And from now on, she's always going to be subconscious with everything she wears, whether her belly is poking out or not, whether her thighs are huge enough or not. Like, she's going to look at it every single time. Now, I do understand, like, some people will say, no, it was just a joke. like they didn't mean it was serious. You see, friend made a whole joke about it. And I have said it before, the worst thing you can do is talk about a woman's body, because a woman's body carries a lot of emotions at every single day. Sometimes you just wake up and your body is just exhausted and it looks a way that you don't feel comfortable enough. And sometimes like you look like the best thing ever. Now, I don't know, friend herself is a woman. I'm not making excuses for the other person because he's a man. I don't know if he identifies as a man. Like, I'm not one to speak about that. But this was not a good joke. Now, a lot of people are coming after friend too, criticizing her English and all that, and criticizing her smarts and how she was able to get a bachelor's degree with the English that she speaks, and if that bachelor's degree is even like will help her in any single way. Did she buy it? Did she do this? Like, a lot of questions are coming after friend. But if you want to educate someone, you don't find things or faults of her faults and criticize her about it. That's not how you educate someone. You actually make this person understand how this person felt. If she was in Becky's shoes, how she would feel. And I feel that's not only the job of the fans, I feel like it is Becky's job too, to actually be able to start teaching these people or the people around them how it feels to actually be a biracial woman, and how difficult it is to actually try to fit in any box, because whichever box you go to, like, people will always feel like you are not meant to be there. That's Becky's job to do that, and she has to do it with Idol Factory. And also the fans also have to educate one another, especially, I'm sure, like, she is not the only, I'm sure she has maybe hundreds or at least 10 of biracial fans who can actually explain that point of view. So instead of criticizing, going back and forth, fighting, digging up the things, maybe we should start educating one another with kindness other than throwing jabs. So if you've gotten to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, turn on the post notification, give me a thumbs up, share this video, and let me know in the comment section what you think about this whole thing. So bye.